Well, good morning, guys. Big A here. I am on the station camp Greenway. What another beautiful morning. We're getting some amazing weather in Nashville. Here it is, almost the end of July, and it's just so nice outside. I hope it's nice where you're at today. I've titled this Facebook Live, How to Get Organized with a Written Plan and a Schedule. And I'm going to get on to some of you this morning, so just hold on. If you get too irritated at me, cut me off. But if you think this is helpful, share it with some other folks. Let me tell you something. I've been coaching guys now for years, and we've had the good fortune of having these masterminds, and I'm seeing a common occurrence over and over and over, and I thought I'd talk about it this morning just a little bit. Listen, if you've got it in your mind, but it's not on paper, it's not a plan. There's no way that we can remember the things that we need to do on a daily basis in order to be hugely successful. Tom Schwab and I, my COO, we fly to Chicago every quarter, and we spend 2.5 days, literally 20 hours a day for 2.5 days doing a written plan. I'm doing this in the middle of July, and we're scheduled through December. We know exactly what we're going to do every single day. Now, I don't say that to boast. I'm saying that to encourage you to do the same thing. I have every blog that I'm going to write between now and December already titled. I know exactly what it is that I'm going to be blogging about. I know the books that I'm going to be reading from now through December, and we read a lot of books. I've already got them written down. I've already got it on a Google spreadsheet, the names of the people I'm going to interview from now through December, and we interview a lot of people. I have the podcast guests that I'm going to be on already scheduled out for the next 3 months. I know what I'm doing. We have a plan. And let me just be totally honest with you this morning. It's harder than crap. I mean, it takes a lot of work. I love Tim Ferriss, and the 4-hour work week is good and all that, but let me just tell you something. I can promise you Tim Ferriss works more than 4 hours a week, and you need to also in order to be successful. It sounds good, you know, sitting on the beach, you know, drinking iced tea and looking at your bank account and working 4 hours a week. It doesn't happen like that. It's a lot more work involved than doing that. And I want to encourage you guys to get a plan. Write it down. You say, man, there's no way I can do that. Yes, you can. It takes time. It's hard. You got to sit and strategize. Tom and I walk around that conference room in that hotel, man, for hours and hours, and we dream, and then we go out and eat lunch, and we come back and we dream some more, and we think about it, and we write it down. Listen, if you don't know where you're at today, you certainly can't know where you're going in the future. It's work. I mean, it's tiring. It's exhausting going through this exercise. But here's the cool thing about it. I know every day what I'm going to be doing. I don't have to get up today and go, I wonder what Big A's going to do today. I look at my list and I say, this is what I've got to do. This is the blog I've got to write. This is the book I'm going to read. These are the questions I'm going to ask. These are the people I'm going to invite. See, it's repetition. It's the plan. It's the consistency. Just like these Facebook Lives. We got to do them all the time. You've got to write. I get so aggravated sometimes. I'll be coaching a client and they're in content creation mode, and I say, when's the last blog you posted? Well, you know, it's been a couple of months. Couple of months? What in the world? You've got to do this consistently. We try to put out 3 blogs a week. Now, I know that's a little excessive, but there's some things that I'm wanting to accomplish, and I can't do it with less blogs than that. Podcast interviews the same way. Whatever it is for you, I don't know what it is. We're all in different businesses. We have thousands of people in our community now. Whatever it is, sit down and write down a scheduled plan of what you're going to do. I promise you it works. Dan Miller taught me this years ago, and he said, man, I know exactly September, October, November, what I'm going to be doing on a certain day at a certain time. Some of you don't want to be that regimented, and that's okay. You do it the other way. If it's working for you, do it the other way. But if it's not working for you, if you don't have a plan, if you don't have your plan written down, I want to encourage you today. Start it today. It's Wednesday. I think it's the 19th or 20th of July. I'll have to look at my schedule and find out. Today, start writing down your plan. The other thing is the schedule. I have schedule once. I live by that thing. Brooke puts appointments on there, and Interview Valet puts appointments on there for me. I have to look at my schedule. It also gives you a link that you can send to people, and they can schedule an appointment to talk to you. If it's not on my schedule, it doesn't get done. There's no way I can remember in my head how I'm going to do these appointments. I want to encourage you today to take some time, spend some effort and energy, right? It's the Energizer Bunny. And I think about the people that I have surrounded myself with. This is the way they operate. They're all involved also with other people. Isolation, you know it, is the enemy to excellence. And you've got to get other people around you to encourage you, to help take you to that level. We can't do it on our own. We don't have the stamina, we don't have the energy, we don't have the desire oftentimes to do it and execute on our own. So we have to get people around us. That's why we started the mastermind group. That's why we have iron sharpens iron, to help one another go to the next level. I get tired sometimes and demotivated, and I'm like, what am I going to do? I call my guys and say, hey, we got to get together. We got to talk through this. You got to help me figure it out. I want to encourage you to join Iron Sharpens Iron. If you're looking for a mastermind group, I want to invite you. Yes, I'm asking you to come and join our group. We have guys all over the world now, and I'm telling you, their lives are going to different heights. I start thinking about the leaders that I've been around for years and years. You know, you go way back. You got people like Andrew Carnegie. Those guys were in mastermind groups. He attributes a great amount of his wealth to his mastermind group. We got to subject ourselves to the scrutiny of other people so that we can go out there and take our lives to new heights, right? We were created to be in community, and I want to encourage you to consider joining Iron Sharpens Iron. I started thinking about guys like Ray Edwards and Dave Ramsey and Dan Miller and Grant Baldwin and Jeff Goins and Matt Miller and Brett Barnhart and all those guys that have been hugely successful. And they'll tell you that it's surrounding themselves with other people that's helped take them to the heights that they need to go. Guys, it's hard. I mean, it is hard work. I'm exhausted a lot of nights when I go to bed because I want to give it all I got. This is not a trial run. This is our life, and we've got to live it with exuberance and happiness and joy. And we can't do that if we're not writing it down, we're not scheduling it, we're not planning it. This stuff doesn't happen by accident. It's hard work, and we've got to get out there and go for it. But here's what I want to say. It's worth it. I'm just telling you right now, it is worth the effort. The guys that moan and complain and gripe all the time about they're not having any success in their life, you know why? Because they're not planning. They don't know where they've been. They don't know where they're going. They don't know what they want. And it takes hard work. And you can accomplish that by getting people around you to help you figure out exactly where you've been, where you're at, and where you want to go. Most people don't know where they're going to go next Friday, much less a year from now. We've got to plan. It takes effort, it takes energy, but you can do it. You can do it personally and you can do it professionally. And I want to encourage you guys today to get a plan, write it down, and let's take your life to the next level. I got to get back after it. Hey, it's my day to walk, so Big A, I'm coming to you live from the Station Camp Greenway. Have a great day. We'll see you guys.